Hey there, what's up, people? I hope all is well with you today. Um, I hope you're getting richer. I hope everything going for you positive, you know, wishing prosperous endeavors onto your life, money showers in the future, money showers coming soon. Uh right now today, guess what we talking about? Just take a while. Disputes. All right. So first up, I gotta start y'all off with the first step. I'm gonna start y'all off at the bottom gravy of the list. First step of the disputes to get everything wiped off, all of the inaccuracies, all of the fraudulent accounts. You know what I mean? More or less unauthorized. That's the biggest word we're gonna highlight today with our um dispute process. You understand me? You have the power of your credit report. You understand me? They don't have the power. You have the power. If you don't recognize something, if you didn't authorize something to be on there, if you didn't do this, you didn't do that, you have the power. You got the power. All right. So first step though, I'm still on the fence, which is the actual first step. So it's a two-part first step. Just do both at the same time. We're gonna hit them at the same time. Um, with the left fist, you know what I mean? With the left fist, we're gonna hit on with the left fist is gonna be the opt out slash freeze. That's with the left fist. Yeah, we're gonna jab them with that one. The opt out freeze. If you're doing it yourself, call in. Call in to everybody. From my experience, I'm pretty sure I had to call in everybody except Data X. Data X, you might have to mail that in. Ain't no way around that one. Or you can fax it, possibly, if you could get your fax number. I wouldn't lean on it. I called them and asked them about a fax, and they said no. So that's just what person. They'll answer the phone. They just don't take it over the phone. I didn't ask about email. You possibly could do email, so I ain't ask about that one. I'm just thinking in my mind, what I did and didn't do, but I tried. I tried. I got Miss Shirley on the phone. I got Auntie on the phone. So Auntie, when you it's hard to get stuff done, even through all the bureaus. But to me personally, I feel a little better when I get Miss Shirley on the phone. You understand me? And I think Miss Shirley feel a little better, knowing that it's nephew on the phone trying to fix his credit. Look at nephew trying to fix his life up. Yes, I am. Alright, you understand me? So we all here together though, no matter what you is, but I'm just trying to tell you I feel a little better personally. And she told me straight up. And I've been learning how to be more professional straight up with people. And more blunt. Professionally blunt, I would call it. Uh and she told me the policy. There's no other way around it. You gotta mail it in. So, and Data X is through Equifax. I don't know who all use it. All of them they do the hokey pokey and marry all about all the time and all that stuff. So they golf together, dinner together, um, conferences and such. So that's why it's hard for me to feel certain. That's why I feel a certain type way about the CFPB because in the FTC because they all the amount of money that these agencies accumulate for selling your data is tremendous to the point where they're up there with the either they I'm pretty sure they accumulate more money than I gotta do some research. I said that's a whole different video. I'm pretty sure they accumulate more money than the people who govern them, which is kind of dangerous. I saw the settlement for the Equifax. I'm gonna get back into the steps right quick. Y'all know I jump around. Just stay with me right quick. It's gonna be a smooth ride. I saw um the settlement for the Equifax data breach. Um, it was 300 million. I wanted to say the exact, more closer to the exact figure. It might just be flat 300. And then they gave one. I don't even know. It was like 140, 120, 140 to the states or whatever. I don't even know what that's about. Fuck. Anyway, I gotta look into that. What how the attorney generals like but the CFPB got 100 million out of the settlement of a data breach. Why? I'm still trying to figure that out. Why? And where does that go? Who? Why? What was the purpose of that? And where did it go when it hit the states? That's the only reason I diverged into that right quick. And me saying that is going back to I'm telling you, they selling your information. They are. The more information they delete, the less they make. Period. Um, that's the basic way of me trying to explain it. Uh, so that's why they fight to, not delete, because more and more people trying to delete things. It was less. Um, it was happening a lot less, but now videos like this and all these other people coming out, they don't like this. Basically, I know that. I'm pretty sure they never gonna invite me for dinner. You know, understand me? When I get my invitation, I'm gonna let y'all know. We gonna take a little vlog video to a ball or the gala or whatever the banquet, whatever they be having. You understand me? But uh, nah, to be all in all honesty and sincerity, uh, I don't know um what they do with all the information and where it all goes, but I know they do get paid for it. So left fish, you got a jail. Boom. We about to freeze and opt out. All of the secondary and underling agencies. And with the right one, we got to dispute all of your personal information that's false, off, and no longer valid. It's like this. How I explain to them, even if I stayed at the address, somebody else stay now. So if y'all are to mistakenly send my personal information to the wrong address, it's not good. You need to get all those off. If y'all try to contact the wrong person and thinking that you contacted me, it could uh, result in the identity fraud. And y'all are giving someone my information, basically, or giving someone a more um, accessible avenue to my information. So, with that being said, that address needs to be deleted. That number is no longer mine, no longer associated with me, or you never had that number. I don't know how that number got on there. I don't know how the address got on there. I never stayed a day in my life. Like stories say, days of our lives. Tell them that's wrong, false, no. And like most people will tell you, most of the addresses and numbers, if they're not tied to an account anymore, any longer, like that account done been deleted or whatever the case may be over time, um, you can go ahead and get that deleted out without sending any disputes or calling in. But, but, uh, I do want to tell you this. You have a successful phone call with them. It's like it's two levels to this number stuff. Numbers, this personal information. It's two levels to this at the bureau. I just found this out. I didn't know that. All right, let me tell you this. So you dispute. All right, so you get your report, and you see all of the you notice all of your you take note of all of your personal information, right? And you dispute it. You try to correct it and get it updated to current. All right. Uh, with that being said, I recently had a phone call, and I don't know, man. This dude probably got in trouble, man. I tried to contact them again, and it's not. But anyway, I recently had a phone call, this guy, and he told me that he noticed some addresses that was still on my report that doesn't show on my it's weird. Old addresses are on my report still, but if they print out my report, it's not printed out with it. It's weird. You understand me? So I told him to dispute that. Told him to dispute that. And it was the fraud department, because you know that's a whole different building or whatever. They say department, but it's a whole different building. I think they got different addresses and all. But it might be in the same building, but I think they got different addresses. Um, yeah. The fraud department, and um he notified me that they were still on it. I told him to dispute them off. You know, I called him later on because I noticed. So I put my reports together side by side with the accounts, and the information was off. It was different. You know, the starting date, the amount was the same throughout, but just the when the date started and the payment history, all that shit, all of that was way off, wrong. So I called him, tried to call him, get in touch with him, no, nothing, nothing, nothing. So I'm just figuring they no. And when he was on the phone, he was like, "Well, I'm gonna give you my personal information." My man gave me what he did was he typed up some dispute letters for me, and he gave me his extension. So for when I call in, I can go to him, but shit, I ain't get nothing but answer machine. And I tried to email him, and they ain't go through. I left him a message, so but got on deaf ears. I ain't even get a email back. So I don't know. But anyway, regardless of the fact, I did figure that out. I find that out. I don't know how that's even possible. So their computer, I don't know. They got they got a lot of weird stuff going on. But it still works. It still works. It still works. So it still works. So clean up your personal information, and that's the right hook. We ain't gonna uppercut them yet. Uppercut when the disputes come out. You understand me? And we're gonna have to jab them a couple more times too. But you're gonna left jab, freeze, uh, opt out. Um, I made a video on that, and just for people who don't know what I'm talking about the freeze and opt out. Even though your ass should go and watch my old video, you understand me, but I ain't getting into that. Give me 5 seconds. Just look at my nice hair while I pull this up. Learning something today. We getting right back to it. These names look weird. Alright, so this is where you freeze and opt out of all of these places. Um, I wouldn't opt out the employment stuff if you uh unless you solidified on your job or something, or if you're self-employed, then yeah. And if you are a landlord, this tenant screening and freeze all of them. I mean, there's no need for any of that. Gaming, I don't even know about that one. I think that it's not the gaming we're thinking about. I'm pretty sure they're speaking about. But I looked at it. Hold on. I ain't gonna go there. Or if you're a big gambler, all your information might be in there. Who knows? Um, if you do gamble, freeze it. Freeze it. Freeze it. Freeze it. Freeze it. All right, we coming down to the important stuff. You can click on this LexisNexis clue. It's gonna take you to the regular LexisNexis. Freeze it. Innovis. You want to freeze that. And a lot of those, I was saying freeze it. They say free report. Oh, you can't freeze that. And we going down. Don't freeze your Equifax. We need that open. Utilities. A lot of y'all got old light bills and stuff that's still on your report. Freeze it. Got an X. I just spoke about that. Yeah, I most definitely going to have to send a letter for that one. But freeze it also. And I'm just going through them right quick. I ain't really explaining the core logic. You gotta freeze that. It don't say freeze right here, but click on it, it'll be something to freeze. Right now I'm on the CFPB website. I googled CFPB credit reporting agents, a list of credit reporting agencies. Yeah. And then it was the first thing to pop up. You click on it, then it bring you here. And then you just scroll down. To me personally, if it says freeze your report, I would freeze it. Yeah. If you don't think if you don't think it is going to affect you, like of course don't do the employment if you putting in applications like that don't make sense. Or the background. Don't freeze the background check if you putting in apps. Like that don't make sense either. But anyway, back to trust, freeze it. Teletrack, I froze mine. And Teletrack is a banking. Um, so it's kind of like did I freeze my tele? I'm pretty sure I froze my Teletrack. Um, no, Teletrack. Oh no, I'm sorry. No, Teletrack is not for banking. Teletrack is keeping your information also, and to be more specific, it keeps your information on payday lenders, rent to own businesses, furniture stores. Um, so y'all go out to these renter centers and stuff. All of those financing businesses, like all of those cable companies. They said credit union and banks. Okay, so they do credit union and banks. I wasn't too far off. But this, I was really getting mixed up with Telecheck. But yeah, Teletrack, freeze that. Like I said, if it says you can freeze it, I will possibly freeze it, but don't freeze the big ones like the TransUnion. Um, and this was the Telecheck I was referring to. That's why when I seen it, I was like, no, 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 no. Teletrack, Telecheck. But Telecheck does have, you can't even freeze that. It has a lot of your banking information and stuff like that. Um, like this employment screen, man. Like I say, like freeze it if you're not doing any. Same thing for the tenant. If you're not looking for any places to live, you got to chew a house already. And Clarity freeze it. Um, Microbuild is real hard to get in touch with them. But eventually, if you keep calling, you'll get in touch. Freeze it. Uh, Advanced Resolution Services. I think this is um. Yeah, I'm about to say I think that's core logic, but regardless of the fact, yeah, whenever save stream freeze it. It like core logic on him like 2 or 3 times, but still freeze it. I don't care how it looks, how it comes up, how it reports, freeze it. Check system freeze it, even though it's just safe for banking and stuff. That got a lot of and that's wrong too. This is the whole situation. I look at my check system. My check system only has my current address, right? So, but it has inquiries from other ones. But I'm pretty sure that they will use that. The system will probably possibly try to use that to verify something that they'll lie to you and say that it came from the creditor verify whenever it came from that, and it's an inquiry. So that means if somebody steal your information and happens to uh use one of the old address of yours and try to open up a bank account or something. So yeah, somebody try to open up a bank account in your name online, and nobody never see them before. Um, and they use your old address that you so happen to try to dispute something from, even though it's not you, even though you haven't stayed there for like, they keep the information for like 5 years or whatever, but on your main credit report, they probably keep them addresses forever. So you probably ain't stayed there for like 15 years. And you come trying to dispute some old stuff off, and it's something from um possibly that address. You know what I mean? Regardless if it's yours or not, it could be fraudulent. But it's an old fraudulent account that you never noticed. It closed, whether it be closed or open, it's an adverse account. And it's giving a false projection of you in a wrong light to these financial institutions. So with all that being said, I just don't understand why they would use or allow someone to use an inquiry, an address from an inquiry, not a specific account that you have in your name or that you have. They don't know if you actually have that account. It's not said that you did what was done with that account or anything, but from an inquiry of a bank account, like an inquiry. And it's weird. I don't know. It's half and half. Some half of them people can't see, and the other half people can see. So I don't know. It's weird. And the even more dangerous part about it, it's like if you get like a green dot card and somebody sign it up with an address, that go in there too. So I'm pretty sure. I think. So I don't know. I gotta double check, but it's weird. It's a lot of different. Um, don't quote me on the green dot thing. I gotta look at my report again. It's like it's weird. I'm like all these inquiries because there's so many inquiries. It's hard to keep up. It's like, whew, it's a lot, and you can dispute them. But then when I try to dispute them, they send me something in the mail. They want me to, man. You gotta go through steps to dispute stuff with the check systems. Anyway, fuck check systems. We moving on. Don't freeze the screen. Check systems. Just make sure you freeze check systems. But you won't get no bank account while you doing your credit report disputes. Just know that while you're going through the process, you will not be able to get new bank accounts, only from a handful of banks. And we continue. Lexus Nexus, like I said at the beginning, make sure you freeze that. And that's the end. And that's the left jab and the right punch. You just call the credit bureaus. What you do is Hopefully you got Experian Premium, which I advise everybody to get. It's not about giving them money, it's just about the information that they give you. Um, that's weird, ain't it? They sell your information to other people, then they charge you to view it. But anyway, get Experian, not Experian Boost, Experian Premium, or you can just any credit monitoring they rent service. 9 times out of 10, signing up to them, they'll give you a free report, or you can just go to Experian.com, get Experian, your free Experian. They should give it to you. Then you can go to Equifax.com and you can get your Equifax report right there online. You should be able to. But 9 times out of 10, Equifax will give it to you. But TransUnion, if you don't have a dispute currently in active, TransUnion possibly will let you view or print out um, your credit report over there also. So once you get all your credit reports, view your information, make sure your personal information is current. You only need one name on your credit report. You only need one address, and you only need one phone number, and that's for verification purposes. If anything less than the fact that someone else owns all of those after you do not. So that is someone else's. I tell them it's somebody else's phone number, which is factual. It's somebody else's address. It's not mine, which is factual. They like to ask you all kind of questions. Well, have you ever stayed there? Now you're trying to goddamn prove me to lie. But if you want me to, look here, don't push me in the pool if you don't want me to get wet. And on to that. That's just the first step. So do those, and ain't too much more to tell you. I just be wanting to not leave anything out for everybody because everybody be. If you say everything 10 times, somebody will find a way to not even hear it, even though you can rewind it back and listen again. I'm trying to figure like even if they can't, even if you can rewind it back and listen again, I'm trying to figure out so I don't miss nothing. Because everything I'm saying is pure factual, and I did it with my own personal experience. So I'm trying to tell you, uh, yeah, personal information is that right hook. So after you do the right hook, that left jab and the right hook, I hope you're ready to fight for your credit report to get fixed and bring it to a current standpoint. Basically, in credit reporting agencies and all of the associated, basically that's all we're doing. I'm bringing the knowledge to everybody. Y'all could redo y'all policies. Y'all can try to lock down as much as y'all can. But I think everybody has the right to bring their profile current. It's not about uh, committing fraud. That's not what we out here trying to teach anyone to do. Have the ability to do. Um, Once you clean all this fraudulent accounts and inaccurate accounts up off of your report, uh, and you start getting credit, do not. That's what people lose themselves at, and that's where they got this fence up at, and it's an electric fence, and they don't like people to touch it. They got guns on that and all. It's an electric fence with guns on it. It's deleting your stuff off at the very moment, just simply because certain people taking advantage of it, and they'll get a credit card and possibly max it out, and once it hit a negative on their report, they just try to take it off. Um, and then once the collection come, they do the same. Uh, it's people just recycling that. You understand me? And even though they burning bridges, some people just don't care. They max them on out. You can't live life off credit. Don't try. Period. Um, Look at credit for however you want to look at it for what it was for, but in the end of the day, it's a borrowing tool. It's a loan, and look at it like any other loan. And the whole point of them giving out a loan is for you to give back interest. because you need the money and you don't have it, and that's just simple. And and credit wouldn't be what it is if you did have the money. So my basis of that is pay these people back their money if you borrow it. And at the end of the day, that go back to the school loans too. How I feel. I don't feel everybody should be forgiven for the loans, but if they do a forgiveness, I am with it because it will shoot me up credit score wise. But altogether, I don't think so. But if it does, on the back end, instead of giving money to other countries who we don't fucking care about really, unless they put on the news with sad stories and songs, because there's many of countries that's out here that's burning today that y'all ain't thinking about until they put in front of your face with sad songs and music and videos and shit. But anyway, I'm not even getting into that. I'm just saying that we could have paid off people's student loans. We really want to build up our country. We could really build up our country if we want to. But it's like, that's neither here nor there. But just to the reporting agencies, don't target me. I'm not uh, setting everybody up to come get you. I am setting everybody up to come get you. But it's not for malicious purposes, though. It's only for the right of a citizen of this country, of this strong, great nation that we live. Yes. And into that, yeah, I wish y'all the best on your journey of credit success. And we about to get rich. And I see y'all on the golden brick road as always. Till next time, y'all stay safe and power it up. And don't abuse and misuse this information. But we are gonna get your credit report cleaned up. We are. We're gonna get you up though. Do what you want to with it. But this is the thing I do want to tell you. Um, it is such thing as fraud. So with that being said, you making accounts and deleting accounts, I don't know. Take it for how you want to take it. And to be honest with you, these institutions, and that's the whole factual purpose of why these institutions are keeping the records of things as they do. And that's why I'm trying to tell the reporting agencies, y'all do not have to do is what y'all doing as much as you are doing it. Because if people burn bridges, these companies are keeping record. There's only so many bridges to burn, basically what I'm trying to say. And if somebody got 100 bank accounts before they want to burn the bridges, let them do it. I mean, it is what it is. They can't get any more new bank accounts. So, like I said, I'll let y'all next time. Money calling. And I wish y'all the best. Golden Bit Road. We getting rich!